Hi, so today I will be walking you through step by step on how to create a class app. This is a great way to share information with your parents and students on what's going on in your classroom. So, we're going to start off with a brand new Google Slide presentation. We're going to go ahead and we're going to delete these boxes because we don't need this right now. We're going to close out the themes. We're going to change our page setup. So, go to File. Scroll down to page setup, and we're going to go to custom and use 9 by 14 inches. And now apply it. So when you see it, now we have this long rectangular shape that looks similar to a cell phone screen. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the background. Now you could add just simple colors. What I like to do is choose an image. So you can upload photos, anything that you may already have saved on your computer, or you could go to the Google image search. Let's search for rainbow wallpaper. Okay, and let's see what we get. You could just scroll through and let's see what kind of jumps out. Let's see. Let's use this one and go ahead and insert it. Now, after you've inserted, you want to add it to the theme. So this way, every time you add a slide, you don't have to go searching for the background. It'll already be there. Hit done. So now when you come up here to add a new slide, you see it's part of your theme. We're going to go ahead and add another blank one. So now let's go back to our first slide and create our home page or our menu slide. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by putting a text box at the top as our header, where this is where you would say your name and the class that you teach. And if I were you, I would put some type of background behind it so that it's easier to see depending on the background that you choose. And let's change the size. Let's say 40. And then we're going to center it. And so, Miss Fields. And then we're going to put 8th grade science and social studies. Okay. And actually, let's take this down just a little so it could just be on one line. All right. So now we have our header. Next thing we need to do is compose our tiles or the buttons that our viewers will use to access our information. So you're going to go to shapes, and you can use any shape that you want, but I'm going to go ahead and use the rectangle. And for this purpose, I'm only going to do maybe 3 or 4 tiles. So after you do your first shape, hit Control C to copy it, and then Control V to paste another one with the same size. So we're going to do that a couple times. Okay, so we have our 4 tabs to represent our pages that we want our parents to go to. So next thing we're going to do is add text boxes to label what the tiles are. And these could be whatever you want it to be. My first one is going to be contact information. And that's extremely small, so let's change it. So we need to make it bigger so that we're able to actually see it. Okay, and let's center it. right, awesome. So this first tile would represent contact information. Now let's add another text box here. Same thing, so let's change the font and the size, and we're going to center it. And then this box can represent our routines and procedures. Okay, that's good. Let's add another text box here. And this one will represent our homework page. So this way, on this one, there's no excuse as to anyone not knowing what the homework assigned was. They could go here and check to see. You could update it daily or you could update it weekly. That's your choice. And let's do one more text box. And this one will be for our class websites. So on this tab is where you will put working links to the different websites that you want your students and parents to access. So class websites. Now you could change the background of your tiles to any color, but for right now, I'll just leave it like this so you can get the idea. Now, because it's looking kind of plain, I want to add, you can add in a Bitmoji. That's your choice, it's optional. But click on your Bitmoji tab up here, and I'm just going to use this one. So we're going to copy the image, and we're going to paste it in, and there I am. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here in the corner, like I'm saying hi. Make it a little bit bigger. Now, one more thing that you want to do for your menu page is you want to provide a link to explain how your parents and your students can save your website as an app on their phone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a text bubble. So we come back to shapes and go to call outs. And let's see, you could choose anyone that you want per se, but I'm going to use this one. Okay. So I'm going to add in my text, and and then in here, we're going to add a text box. Change the font. Let's make this 30. And say, click here to learn how to bookmark this site as an app. All right, so we'll make that a little bit bigger so it'll be easier to see. Fill this up a little bit. All right, and then actually we're gonna click on our text bubble and this one, and we're going to turn it so that it looks like our Bitmoji is speaking. So let's see, let's move that. Okay. So let me move this over here for now. Put this back. Okay. So we're going to tilt this just a little bit more. All right. And now let's put our text back on top of it and move this with the little circle so that it matches up. Let's move it a little bit. All right. So now our initial page home screen is complete. Now what you want to do is you're going to insert a transparent rectangle on top of this, and it will serve as a protector. So we're going to go back to shapes and choose the rectangle, and we're going to cover the whole slide. And this is going to serve as a protector. Go ahead and make it transparent, make the border transparent. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to set a link to this rectangle to this first slide. And you can't see it. So let me move this over so you can see. So on this clear rectangular slide, we're going to link. So hit the link button. And we're going to link it to slide 1. Go ahead and apply. And now slide it back over your slide. So what this does is it protects your slide. So no matter where someone clicks on it, except for clicking on directly on one of your tiles or your text bubble, it won't automatically advance to the next slide. So we have our first page done. So now let's work on our contact information. So I've added a new slide here. So once again, we're going to have a text box at the top explaining what giving it a title, saying that this is our contact information page. And let's change the background so that we can see what we're typing. All right, so change your font. And let's center this. And so now we're going to say contact information. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. Now, what I've done is I've already found some icons that I would like to use already, because otherwise you would go to insert image and search the web, and you can search here, or you go to Google to find your images. But sometimes it's hard to find some of your images where you're just doing this search. So I've already found some icons that I would like to use. So for this contact page, I want to use this telephone. So I'm control copy, come back here and paste. And then we can make this a little bit bigger. And then I also want to use this mail icon. So copy and paste that. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So, and once again, you can use whatever icons that you like. I just feel this makes it a little bit easier, and it allows the parents to know this is how you can reach me. So now we're going to put a text box. Once again, put a background so that you're able to see what's actually being typed. I'm going to change the font again. Close this out. And size. Okay. So I want to center, because I like everything. I think things look neater when it's centered. I'm going to put my name. And in the first place, and let's go back to left align actually for these. The first place, the first option that I want to give parents to contact me is Class Dojo, because that's the platform that my school uses. So I would put Class Dojo, and then I would type in the web address. Okay, and then they could email. And so here we could just put sample email at gmail.com. And then if you have a phone number that you want to give out, I personally use Google Voice. Makes it a lot easier than giving out your personal phone number. So we have all of that. We can space it out a little bit if you want. And this part is done. There's just one more piece that we have to do for this page, which is to put in a home button, because we want them to be able to get back to our menu page. So once you finish putting in your contact information, come back to shapes. Once again, you can use whatever shape that you want. I'll just go ahead and use a rectangle. We're going to insert it. And then let's change the color of this one. Let's make this yellow maybe. Let's make it black for now. Okay. And now we're going to add a text box on top of it to say menu or home. So they know to click this button to take them back to the menu. So we're going to add in our text box. We need to change the color so that it can actually be seen. So I changed it to white. And let's change this to 20. And we're going to say menu. And actually, that's still really small. So we're going to enlarge that. And let's center it. Okay. So now this page is done. So now once again, we're going to put that protective rectangular shape on top to shield it. So I'm just going to do it over here off to the side so that I can add my link. And this time, when we add our link, we're going to link it to this slide. So slide 2. So once again, no matter where they click, it won't advance anywhere else. So we're going to connect it to slide 2, apply, and now let's fit it to the shape of our slide. Drag this down. And make everything transparent. So now this page, we got this page situated. So now we're going to add another blank slide. And this one is going to be our routines and procedures. So we're going to add another text box to give this slide a title. So once again, put a background color so that you can see. I'm gonna make that 40. And we're going to center it. All right, so this one is routines and procedures. Let's close this up a little bit. So now on this slide, you can have links to whatever routines and procedures that you want your students to follow. I'll just do one tile for now to give you an example. So I'm going to choose the square or the rectangle, but you can add as many as you like. And then my text box. And once again, this will say class routines. And let's make this bigger so that you can see it. And let's center it. Now, after we finish formatting everything, I will show you how to link your documents to them. But right now we're dealing with the foundation. We're going to add a home button again at the bottom. And let's make that black. And then we're going to add our text box to say menu. So change the font. And we're going to center it. And make the white menu. All right. So once again, now that we've had that, put your transparent rectangle on top. I'm going to do this off to the side again. And for this link, we're going to link it to slide 3. Okay, now go ahead and cover your slide as much as you possibly can. And make everything transparent. Okay. So before I get to the class website page, I want to go back and show you how to link your contact information and your Google Docs for your routines or procedures or what other files you may have. So we're going to come back to the contact information. Now you see how I put a link, the website for Class Dojo. So we want to make this a workable link. So I'm going to put another rectangular box on top of it to cover the website. And then we're going to make it transparent. And we're going to add a link. And when you add this link, you're going to put in the website address. So this way, and hit apply. So this way, when your app is running, they could click on it and it'll automatically take them to Class Dojo. For your email, you're going to do the same thing. Apply a transparent rectangle on top of your email address. Do this again. And make sure you try to cover it as much as you can. Make it transparent, the border transparent. Now for this link, you're going to type in your email address. So sample email at gmail.com. And we're going to hit apply. So now when they click on your email address, a new window will pop up with an email already addressed to you. Okay. And for your menu button, once again, we're going to put another transparent rectangle on top. And this link is going to link to slide 1 because that's our menu. So we're going to go link it to slide 1 and make everything transparent. Okay, so now this contact page is officially ready to go. So now, last thing, let's go back here and link this contact information box to slide 2. So we have our rectangle there, make everything transparent again. But we're going to link this to slide 2. So now when they click on that, it'll automatically take them to our contact information page. You'll do this for all of your pages. So I'm not going to do it for all of them, but I'll just do it for this next one. So put another rectangular shape on top. And we're going to make that transparent. Make sure the border is transparent as well. And this one, we're going to link to our routine and procedures page, which is slide 3, and apply. And you would do that with all of your tiles and your text bubble down here, because this is going to be a separate slide as well. So now let's go back to our routines and procedures. So here you may want to upload or share your syllabus or your routines for your class. So what you would do is, first you need to open up your document, which I have here. So these are my routines and procedures for this year. So you're going to click on your share button. Now, where it says get a link, you need to make sure that you change this from restricted to anyone with a link can access it as a viewer. Then you're going to copy your link. Now come back to your class app, and we're going to put, once again, another rectangular shape on top. I'm going to make that transparent. And now when we add in our link, you're going to control paste your link for your document in there. But here's the thing. At the very end, you see this part of the link right here, edit. We don't want your viewers to edit. So we're going to erase this part and type in preview. So, and apply. So this way, when they click on it, it just shows the document. There won't be any menus where they could change or edit what you've done. They could just view it. And now we're going to link our menu button back to our first slide. So same thing again, another rectangular shape on top. Make it transparent. Right there, make that transparent. And now we're going to add a link. And we're linking once again to slide 1, which is our menu page. Apply. So now this page is ready. So next thing we need to focus on is making our homework page. So once again, you will put a clear rectangular shape and link it to the slide that you want. So now we're going to add another blank slide. And this will be for our homework. Let me move this down. And okay, need to move it one more time. All right, so now this one, we're going to add a text box saying that this is for our homework. Give it a background color right there. Change your fonts. And let's center it. Okay, so this would say something along the lines of homework for the week of, and then put your dates in. And now I'm going to insert a table. So we're going to come to insert and then scroll down to table. Then I'm going to insert my table. And we need to change the border so we can actually see that. So change the color, change the thickness. All right, so now let's stretch this out. So now this we could put right here, Monday, and let's make this font, change all the fonts so it's able to be seen, because you have to remember they're most likely going to be viewing this on a cell phone. So you need to make sure that your font size is big enough to be seen. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I actually have an extra box. So let's go ahead and get rid of this last box because we don't need that one. And we can scroll this over a little bit so you have room to type your weekly assignments. Now, once again, this is kind of bland, so it's your choice, but you can add in a Bitmoji to just make it fun. Let's look for my Bitmoji. Let's type in study and see what we get. Let's see. So let's use this one. Copy image, paste. Okay, so I have my Bitmoji there. Now I need to add a home button or a menu button to take us back to the menu screen. Put that in the corner. And let's make that black. And then we're going to add a text box. And we're going to change the color of our letters to white so we can see it. Change the font again. Let's make that 35. And menu. Make that a little bit bigger. And we are going to center it. So now that we have that done, you're going to put your protector rectangle shape on top of this as well. And this time we're going to link it to slide 4. Apply it. And then go ahead and cover it as much as you can. Slide this to the bottom. And then we're going to make everything transparent. And then we're going to add one more protective rectangle on top of our home button so that we can link that back to our first slide. So we have our rectangle. We're going to link. And this is going back to slide 1. Apply. We're going to drag this over here on top. And once again, make it transparent. All right, so now this one is done. And all you need to do now for this one is when you're finished, after you put your text boxes on top, so that when you go back to edit and add in your assignments, you can just easily type on that. So we're going to copy and paste our text box and just fill in each of your boxes. The next slide would be for our class apps or class websites rather. So once again, start with a text box. And we're going to change the background, our font, and size. We're going to center. And this is going to say class websites. So now here is where we will put all the different links for the websites that you want your students to visit and have easy access to. I've already, like I said, pick and chose a couple of them that I want them to use. So I'm going to use this icon for Google Meet. So I'm going to copy that, bring that over here. Let's make this bigger. Okay, so they could click there for Google Meet. Another one I want them to be able to access is Google Classroom. So I'm going to paste that in there. Strike this out a little bit. All right, so we have that there. Now, these are just some examples that I decided to use, but you can link to whatever is pertinent to your class. So we have iExcel, and then we're going to use vocabulary. I'm going to paste that in there. And then I'm also going to give them a link to log into PowerSchool, which is our school gradebook. So we're going to post that there. All right. So now for PowerSchool, you see it has is transparent, so and it kind of blends in with our background. So I'm actually going to add a rectangular shape and place that icon in there so it could actually be seen. And so now I'll just drag this on top, and we're gonna right click and order it, send the first one to the back so that you can actually see PowerSchool now. So now you have your icons. We need a home box, so let's go ahead and put our menu box back in the corner. Change the color. And then we're going to add a text box once again to say menu. And let's make the text color white. Change that to 40. And Common Sans. And then we're going to center it. All right, so menu. All right, so now that we have that, now once again, you can change your icons, add in as many or as little that you need. We're going to put our protective rectangle back on top, and we're going to link it to slide 5. So in this presentation, scroll down to slide 5 and apply. Now, once again, you're going to take this and cover the entire slide to protect it. So unless they're clicking on your icon, it won't go any further. So make everything transparent. Now let's add in our links. So we're going to do another shape. I'll just do a square or a rectangle for now on top of our Google Meet. Make that transparent. And then we're going to assign the link. So when you type in Google Meet, you click on the link and hit apply. So now when they click on here, it'll automatically open up a Google Meeting. Now, if you have a specific Google Meet link for your class, that's where you would input that. Same thing I will do I'm going to do one more for, let's do iExcel. So apply your rectangle. On top of it, make sure everything is transparent. Add your link. Type in iexcel.com and go ahead and apply. So now, once again, that will be a working link. And we're going to add one more link to this page, and you guessed it, is for our menu button. So we go ahead and cover that. Make it transparent. And we're going to link this to slide 1. So now this page is complete. The last page that we need to do is the one showing how to bookmark your website to their phone. So we're going to add one more blank slide. And then add our text box at the top giving us our title of what this page is about. Change your background so that you can see it. And let's change our font. And we're going to center this. And we want to say how to save this site as an app. All right. So now we have that. We have our title. So now we're going to add in 2 more text boxes because now we're going to give them directions on how to save this, whether it's for iPhone or Android. Once again, change your background color so that you can see it. And we're going to go ahead and actually copy this text box and add another one. Let's go back. So I'm going to click on it, copy, paste. Okay. So now we have our second box. Okay, so in this one, we're going to, change our font again. We're going to add in our directions. So for iPhone or iPad, step 1 would be you're going to say view the website in Safari web browser. Then you are going to say on the bottom of the screen, select the box with an arrow pointing up. After that box is selected, you're going to scroll down to add to home page, to home screen. And then you're going to hit add. And then last step is you're all set. Now I need to make this smaller because that's too big. You can't see it. So let's take this down a little bit. All right, that's good. Now, because the instructions are pretty similar for Androids, we're going to go ahead and copy this and paste it down here and just make the few minor changes. So now these are the directions if they have an Android. So with an Android, they could just view the website in any web browser. It doesn't have to be Safari. And then instead of going to the bottom of the screen, in the top right hand corner, they're going to click on the 3 dots. So in the top right hand corner, they're going to select the 3 dots. Then once they've done that, then they're going to select add to home screen. And then hit add, and then they're ready to go. So there's only a couple steps that are different between the two. And lastly, for this page, we're going to put another home button down here in the corner. I'm going to make that black. Add a text box. Change the color of our letters. Change the size. And our font again. Going to center it. And menu. All right. So if you want, once again, you can add a Bitmoji. I'll add, let's see which one that we can find for this one. I'll use this one, pointing up. So paste that in. Okay, there I am. Make me a little bigger. And once again, adding the Bitmojis, that's completely up to you. That's your choice. Now we're going to put our protective rectangle on top. And we are going to link this to slide 6. Okay, apply. And now we're going to drag this over and cover it. And make everything transparent again. So now that's taken care of. We just got one more. We have to do our menu button link. So once again, we're going to cover that. And we're going to make it transparent. Add our link. And once again, this links, because it's for our menu, to slide 1. Go ahead and apply. And now we're finished. So just don't forget to go back to your main screen and apply your links to your other tiles. So now that we've done this, let's go ahead and make a title. So this is a sample class app. And now we want to publish it to the web. So you're going to go to File, scroll down to Publish to Web. You want the link. You don't necessarily want to embed. You want to make sure you have the link. Go ahead and publish. Click OK. And so now when they give you your link, you're going to go ahead and copy it. And you're going to open up a new screen, a new window, and paste that in. Now, right here at the end of your link, you're going to type in the and sign RM =, minimum. So and RM minimal. This takes out the navigation bar when you publish it to the web. So now we're going to go ahead, once we've added that in, once again, that's and sign RM = minimal. You're going to go ahead and copy this again. And then when we paste it, this is what you will see. So now we have our initial page. When I click here, it goes to my contact information. When I click Class Dojo will open up in a separate window. for the email. When they click there, email address window will open up, set to email you. So all of those will be working links. Our menu takes us back, our routine and procedures. Remember, we attached that, so when we click on there, you could just see the document. There are no menu buttons for them to edit anything. So come back for our menu. We have our homework page. Oh, we didn't link those. But so now that we have that, now you're going to share it with your parents. But this is a really long URL. So you're going to go to tinyurl.com and you're going to paste the site link here and make sure it's the one that has the NRM minimal in it. Let's close this. And then right here, you have an option to have your own customized link to it. So I'm going to put in sample class app. And then you go ahead and click make tiny URL. And it says that's not available. So let's just add a 1 behind it to see if that'll work. See if that's available. Oh, there we go. So now we have our tiny URL created, so which will be tinyurl.com/sample class app 1. So this will be the link that you give to your parents and your students for them to open up and download. And once you do that, it'll automatically connect. So anytime you go back to your presentation and make any changes, it'll automatically update on their end. So it's only a one and done. Once they download it, that's the end of it. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope this helps.